Buongiorno, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this MSC room tour. We are currently on MSC World Europa. We are in room 11548 on deck 11. This is an interior class cabin, and actually it's small, it's compact, but it has everything that we need. Now let's start off in the entrance hall. Now, coat hooks. I know this seems stupid, but when you're on a cruise ship, you are always limited for space and storage. And these have acted in the past for things like drying our towels or our coats. It's very cold here in Marseille today, so we probably would be usually hanging our gilets or our coats on there. So well done, MSC, for giving us more than one. Secondly, one thing I always look for on a cruise ship is not because I'm vain, but because I like to see the outfit I'm wearing and how many creases I have. This gives me a full-length mirror. However, the position is not great because, as you can see, my back is right there, so I can only really stand directly in front of it. But it is what it is. It serves its purpose. We have on the wall here, we have our air conditioning control panel. But one thing I do like about this is we have the do not disturb and the make up my room buttons. These will reflect outside with a light telling the room steward what to do. I think that's a cracking idea. Pretty sure we've been on to likes of Princess that have had this facility before as well. So into the room we go. Let's start off with this area here. This is our entertainment area. We've seen cruise ships before with smaller TVs than this. We've seen cruise ships with bigger TVs than this, but this is an actual real good size. This is a smart TV, so once again you can do your billing on there. You can see what you've spent, what's going on, your itineraries, etc. Great to have. And you've also got paperwork. Now I know this sounds stupid, but before, when we were on Princess, and I'm pretty sure on P&O as well, we were lacking in paperwork, lacking information. Now Mike and I, as you well know, if you follow us on Miler Travel, love to see something in paper, a hard copy of what's going on. You've got a lot of things here as well. They give you a lot of things on embarkation day, so it does serve its purpose. Swifting on round to this side. It's interesting. So you can't see it from where Mike is there, but we've got a bin here, and the bin doesn't actually have general rubbish in it. It is for plastics, paper, and food. Now, I've never seen a bin with food in it because personally, I'd like to leave the plate that I've had the night before outside, and it magically disappears by the next day, which is great. And then on to our vanity area, as it's called. There is a minibar. Unfortunately, it is locked. We haven't got that level on this cruise, but it's a locked minibar. So there is a fridge, and I believe that if you do need medications and etc., they can unlock that for you to use for medications. And we have a hidden drawer here with a hairdryer, not that we need it, and a pencil and paper in there, so fair play. Once again, quite a good amount of PowerPoints in here. We've actually got 3 on the vanity area, and we do also have a USB slot. The one thing that we found with this room though is it is lacking in power ports around the room other than here. So if, like Michael, you use sleep apparatus, you need to have some sort of extension cable to ensure that you can use that on the far side of the bed. So this is exactly then what it is. It has some shelving. It has an ice bucket, which we don't always have on our cruise ships, so fair play. And some glasses, however, they are plastic, so you wouldn't want to be having a glass of wine out of those. I have been told that you can ask for some wine glasses, and you can ask for things like conditioner for the room if that's what you need. And these things here, which has actually made me a bit dumbstruck. So when we came out, Mike and I forgot our water bottles, because usually when we go, we like to fill them up for the night time with water. And MSC provides you with your own water bottle, which I think is fantastic. They're very lightweight, they're insulated, and yeah, might put myself a nice G&T in there to bed one night, but who knows. And you'll find these all around the ship now. MSC is getting rid of its paper menus and things. They just have the QR scanning codes now. This one here is for room service. You will find them on all tables with the menus, etc. Get used to that if you're coming on an MSC ship. So, shall we turn ourselves round into the room? You can see we've gone for a single configuration. Now, one thing you might notice about this is the fact that one of the beds is not against the wall. Now, the reason why this is because the USB ports in the lights are the only power source on that side. And of course, I couldn't charge my phone with the table in the center, so I've had to move my bed out slightly to enable me to charge my phone on that side. So MSC didn't do the planning very well when they came to having the single separation room layout. Other than that, comfortable beds, obviously storage under the beds as per usual. You have 2 lights either side, and you have reading lights on those with USB ports. However, let's remember there is no power point on that side of the bed. So as you can see, with sleeping apparatus, you will need to have an extension lead. Other than that, that is it for this side of the room. It is what it is. We'll pass you over to Mike to introduce the next part of the room.
Very useful. We have a chair in the room, and I've used this because I need some help to get my shoes on. So this chair has been a godsend, really. And then moving along, we've got probably one of the biggest faults in this cabin, and that is the size. This is your only storage space. There are no drawers on the dressing side, on the table. This is all the room you have for your packing. Now, we, as you see, have filled it quite well. Yes, we could probably get these cases under the bed. We haven't tested that yet. But you can see we've only got about 10 hangers in total. There is a bit of storage up here. You have got a safe in here, but we've literally had to cover it all to cram everything in. So definitely something that we think is a little bit lacking. Now, they could quite easily have extended this a third again to there, and probably the chair isn't really needed. You can sit on the bed if you need to. One of the other things I will just point out is you have got a phone here. It is quite dark here, and I found this with Virtuosa. It's quite hard. My eyesight isn't the best, and it's quite dark in this corner. It's quite hard to actually see the phone, to use it, and to know what these buttons are for. The other thing I just want to point out is the breakfast order. If you wanted breakfast in your room, then you can put this on the door in the morning, tick what you want, and you will have that delivered. You can put the time that you want it. So if you fancy breakfast in bed, there's a way to do it. Also, just to mention, we have the air conditioning vent above here, and we have found the air conditioning to be really good, and it works well. We're nice and cool, even if it is January in the Med. Moving on through, we'll do the bathroom, but I'll just mention the fact that you've got the evacuation orders, or you know where your muster station is. Everything's on there for you to see, and you have of course got the spy hole, so you can see who's at the door before you open it. Moving into the bathroom, now this might be a little bit tight, although it's not the smallest bathroom we've ever had. Moving on in, you have a towel rail above, and you also got the towel rail below. The towels are a really nice quality, quite happy with the towels. They're nice and fluffy, and they dry well. And then you've got the shaving mirror for us gents, really useful. And as you can see, you've got a good sized sink. I like that because it doesn't splash like some sinks do. It's quite deep and works really well. You've also got this holder. You can see we've got our toothpaste and toothbrushes in there. And if we move round to the shower is quite a decent size. You've got shower shampoo and shower gel in there. You've got a holder to put your own toiletries in, and obviously you've got the shower. The temperature was very warm this morning, so that works well, and the spray out of the nozzle is quite good, and you can adjust it so that you can get a firmer, harder spray. It does obviously give you a warning about hot water, to be careful, but you've also got your clothes rail as well if you need to dry anything in here. Moving on round, we have the toilet, and you've also got another rail above the toilet. What you need underneath, we have been surprised that there's been no tissues in here, but we have got toilet paper. It's not the best quality, but it does the job. You have got a toilet brush if you need to clean the toilets, and of course you've got 2 shelves here which are quite useful. Our toilet bags are on here and some of our toiletries, so that works quite well. So that pretty much sums up the bathroom. Does that open there? No, it doesn't. I thought that might be a secret drawer there. So there we go. There brings the bathroom, and the lighting's good in here. And really, what more do you want out of a bathroom? The only thing I'm surprised at, on most ships you have the handrail to help you out down the step. The step isn't so severe on here. I mean, you've still got a little bit, you've got to be careful, and there is a warning on there to watch your step, but I am surprised there's no handrail on here, because that is, I think, the first one we've seen that hasn't had a handrail. So all in all, we have been really happy with the room. I'm glad really we didn't get the upgrade and have to pay the extra, because this room is fine for our needs. That brings us to the end of this cabin tour. If you've enjoyed it, then please subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a great deal. Also, of course, hit the like button if this video has been useful to you, and the bell button, and you will receive notifications. We've got lots more to come from World Europa, and we look forward to bringing you lots more information. So take care, everyone, and happy cruising.